Hi friends, my name is Akib and welcome to my channel Developers Point. In this video, I will be showing you how to update the database. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. Let's begin. Now here we have got a migration. Now what we can do next is like we can actually go ahead and update our database. So what we'll do is like we'll just go back to our terminal. So we'll just go back to our terminal and I'll just clear the contents of the screen and hit enter on that. So it's now clear. And in order to once again update the database, like we'll be once again using the .NET EF tools. And this time the command what we are going to use is like .NET EF database update, and we are gonna hit enter. And this goes ahead and creates our database. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So here we can see that like, just let me expand this window. Okay. So here we can see that the table has been created with the migration ID, text not null, and it's a primary key. And here we can see that like table has been created with a name called users, and id is a integer not null, and the constant is a primary key, and it's auto incremented, and the username is a text, it means string. And what we also have here is like it has also created a table called ef migrations history. What this table do is like it keeps the track of the changes what we have made in our database. Now, how do we go and check that physically whether the database is created or not? Now, we will be going to extension tab to check whether the database is created physically or not. And so to do that, what we will be going is we will be checking for SQLite here. The users who are using Visual Studios and Rider, they have their own tools to check whether database is created or not. So here we can see that the first option we get is SQLite. So like we will be installing this. In my case it is already installed, so I request you people to install this. Now here we will be closing this SQLite window, and once again we will be going to a command template, and here we will be searching for SQLite, and here we get an option called SQLite open database. So we will be clicking on that, and here we have created a folder file called datingapp.db. So we will be clicking on that again. Now if you go back to our files and take a look at our project files, what we'll find is, well, it actually created 3 files here: datingapp.db, shm, and wal. And these 2 are extras which we don't need. And but inside this database folder we have this users table which has been created. Inside Solution Explorer we have got SQLite Explorer. So we'll be going there, and here we can see that we have got datingapp.db. So we'll be clicking on that. Okay, we'll be opening that. Here we can see that we have a table called users created in our database. Here we will be having a id column and a username column. Id column is an integer, while coming to a username it's a string, and id column is also a primary key and it's not null. Here we can see that things. So it also has created a ef migration, and which tracks the history or the track the changes what we have made. So now by using this tool, what we'll be doing is we will be inserting some data in the database or the table which is present in the database. Now with the help of this SQLite Explorer tool, what we'll be doing is we would like to insert some data into this table called users which is present in the datingapp.db. So for inserting the data, what we'll be doing is we'll be right clicking on the table called users, and here we get some options: show table, new query, and new query insert. So like we want to insert, so we'll be clicking on this insert option, and here we'll be getting this command. Here we'll be passing our id and username. Id is like 1, and the name is gonna be Ben. So just like I just don't want to have only one user, I want to insert 4 to 5 users, so I'll be just copying and pasting it down here. So I'll just change the values here. Here it's 2, and we will be changing the name called 10, and it's 3, and here we'll be telling as Max, and here it's 4, and I'm not getting any more names, so I'll be naming it as red. And it's 5 here, so I'll be naming it as blue. And now to run this, we'll be selecting all the queries here and we'll be right clicking on that, and here we can see the option saying run selected query. Now we can see that the data has been inserted, so we'll be going to our users table and we'll be clicking on show table. So here we can see that like Ben, 10, Max, Red, Blue have been inserted into our database. So in my next video, I'll be telling you how to create a API controller. So please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel Developers Point. Thank you.